A 3-day event was held at the Manekshaw Center, New Delhi from the 25th to 27th of September 2023. This event consisted of the 13th Indo-Pacific Army Chiefs Conference, the IPACC, the 47th Indo-Pacific Armies Management Seminar, the IPAMS, and the 9th Senior Enlisted Leaders Forum, or the SELF. And this event was organized by the Indian Army with the US Army as the co-host. This event witnessed participation from 30 countries. 18 countries were represented by the chiefs of their respective armies, and the balance had their heads of delegations. The event provided an opportunity for the delegates to exchange ideas and views on security and other contemporary issues of mutual interest, with core effects directed to promote peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific region. In face of the growing international concern about China's increasing aggressive military muscle flexing in the region and policy for the Indo-Pacific, which is geared towards respecting the sovereignty and the territorial integrity of all the nations. This was stated by the Chief of Army Staff of the Indian Army, General Manoj Pande, in his opening address. He also mentioned that coming together of the countries can promote peace and healthy politics. Our Defence Minister Rajnath Singh also addressed the conclave, where he stated that the Indo-Pacific region has emerged as a pivotal geopolitical and strategic concept in the recent years, thus transforming from a primarily maritime concept into a comprehensive strategic framework. He further said that this region faces a complex web of security challenges, including boundary disputes and piracy. So there is a need to comprehensively deal with these security challenges that have led to full involvement of the states in this region with all their organizations, in which the armies are prime, because we need to confront China, who has been annexing territories and backstabbing nations, and also trying to grow up as the future superpower. As part of the 13th IPACC, a Chiefs Roundtable Conference was held on the theme Together for Peace, Sustaining Peace and Stability in the Indo-Pacific region. There were sessions at the 47th IPAMS, which were conducted in the plenary sessions on 3 themes. The first theme was partnering for sustainable peace and security in the Indo-Pacific. The second theme was cooperation to enhance interoperability. And the final theme was humanitarian assistance and disaster relief, evolving mechanisms for crisis response. Senior officers from Mongolia, Nepal, Japan, Australia, Philippines, Tonga, USA and India spoke on topics and shared their views with all the participants. The 9th SELF was conducted in 3 sessions on the themes interoperability amongst Indo-Pacific armies, grooming junior leaders for modern battlefield and beyond the barracks, addressing senior enlisting leaders' concern. This was a unique forum where junior leaders at the functional levels exchanged their views and ideas. A special plenary for the spouses was also conducted on the theme Beyond the Barracks, Roles and Challenges in Fostering Military Communities and Sharing Practices. The session commenced with an opening address by Mrs. Archana Pande, President, Army Wives Welfare Association, which is called as the AWA, and also Mrs. Patty George, spouse of the Chief of Staff of the US Army, participated in it. The spouses and also the senior military leaders and the delegations visited the National War Memorial and paid their tributes to the fallen soldiers. And our exhibition was also showcased for the participants, highlighting the entrepreneurship success of the spouses of the Indian military personnel. This was also followed by a tour to Awan, which highlighted initiatives taken by the AWA towards women empowerment or Nari Shakti. Atmanirbhar Bharat equipment display during the event showcased the capability of Indian industry to produce world-class military equipment indigenously. 31 corporates participated in the exhibition, which generated lot of interest amongst the participation. The main highlights were the drones, the counter-drone systems, the modular firing ranges, small arms, the NAVIC-based devices, surveillance device systems, protective gear, self-propelled artillery guns, and various kind of military vehicles. During the conclave, the US ambassador to India, who also attended, said that we want a free open sea without piracy or without the control of any country. Secondly, he said that we want to make sure that the people respect the rule of law, and thirdly, we want prosperity and more trade. Thus, we also want to make sure that our armies, should there be a conflict, know each other, trust each other, and support and cooperate each other to fight the forces which are against it. The US's Army Chief of Staff General Randy George in his address said that we do face a challenging strategic environment, but this is nothing new. We have to overcome these challenges in the past, and we will overcome them in the future also. During this, the reporters also asked Major General Peter Scott, the Deputy Commander of the Canadian Army, about the Indian-Canada row which is happening in the diplomatic circles. To this, General Scott curtly said that let the diplomats handle their problems. We as the armies will focus on learning from each other and finding opportunities to train and exercise together. So to know more about such conclaves and events, please follow us and subscribe to us. Jai Hind.